Hello and welcome everyone to Let's Play Tomb Raider 4 The Last Revelation. Zelgadis 115 speaking. Let me welcome you. You know what? I'm gonna show it before I say it. I mean, wow. I'm of course talking about Cleopatra's palaces. Now, this is gonna be a very short dip into the Cleopatra's palaces because we are gonna hit a roadblock which we will not be able to overcome up until we'll be able to open the Scarab Pyramid back in Pharaoh's Temple of Isis. So, you know, it's pretty much up to you how you pace these two levels, but you know, you either might or might not have 3 black beetles yet. The count of broken beetles, 3 by the way, which we found and picked up, does not really track in the inventory, but, you know, whatever number of black beetles you have, or even if you have none, make sure you pick up the one and only black beetle here in Cleopatra's palaces before you return to Pharaoh's Temple of Isis. Then you can re-pick up black beetles you are missing, or, you know, you already have them by now. So, with that in mind, I mean, I'm not sure if I should spend time here admiring every single tile in this level. I mean, oh man, this is glorious. How are the plants still alive? How's the water system working? I don't know, but I'm sure glad it does. Wow. Now, you can see these 2 winged guardians pointing at the door over here. This is not a door that will open as far as I'm aware. And there are many hidden corners, nooks and crannies that are, you know, empty, completely pointless. This is a ruin after all. However, if only just to take in the beautiful sights, this is absolutely worth it. Now, what is it we are actually trying to achieve? Where is the 4th black beetle, you might ask? It is right over there. That hanging garden, it might not really seem reachable, but it absolutely is. Oh, Lara, please climb up and draw the binocs. That's what I was trying to do. This hanging garden, that's where we need to enter. In order to do that, we need to pass through a corridor. We can see a window into the corridor over there. And it all pretty much originates from this balcony over here. Thankfully, there is a ramp leading all the way here. So it's very, very straightforward indeed. And we'll also use our crowbar to move around. Now, I'm of course going to use the stairs because they're just so inviting. Let's go up. And before we continue, you know, you can do this now, or you can even do it later, and of course my duty is to show you how you can get your hands at stuff as soon as possible. There are 3 pickups here. This is a large health pack, and moreover, there will be just normal crossbow bolts, but also revolver bullets, those very, very rare boxes of ammunition type for Tomb Raider 4's equivalent of Desert Eagle. There it is. I think we should have 24-ish right now, or something along those lines. And why am I always scrolling in the wrong direction? Anyway, yes, 24. Okay, so, again, following the Wing Guardians here, you don't want to make another step. I mean, every seasoned, even a rookie adventurer or a Tomb Raider knows there are spikes coming from this floor. We will need something to trigger the mechanism, that something preferably not being Lara, in order to pass through. These spikes will will basically be set upon whoever steps on them only once, right? So we need something to set here. Now you can see the scarab symbol on the floor. Unfortunately, using the broken beetle, using even the functional black beetles doesn't work. The winding key, no, this is not the mechanism that needs to be wound up. Von Croy's glass is completely useless. Left gauntlet of horror is useless, and so is the crowbar. It's not gonna help here. We will need a special toy we will wind up, and the toy is inside the Scarab Pyramid in Pharaoh's Temple of Isis. That's why we are collecting the 4 black beetles in the first place. That's what it's all about. Now, down there is just a dead end, nothing of importance, but here is a box with shotgun shells, and another one that's completely empty, but I just want to destroy both for the satisfaction. So normal and white shots. And, you know, before we continue, let's just admire the view from the balcony. I mean, just wow. Huh. Is there something moving behind us? I wonder. Oh, thought you could sneak up on us, did you? Aw, Lara, such a badass, you know, not even looking back or anything like that. And that's the end of another royal guard of Cleopatra. At least I assume that's what these guys used to be. Again, I'm not sure exactly what is being depicted here. The woman on the right doesn't look like Cleopatra, more like Hatshepsut, but, you know, a good role model for Cleopatra at least. Not sure who the guy on the left is supposed to be, but she seems to be offering him something. It has no relevance on the fact that we are going to be finding pieces of the armor of Horus in Cleopatra's palaces, but still, it's gorgeous. It's so much better looking than the Egypt in Tomb Raider 1. As charming and colorful as it was, and I love it to bits, I do have to concede Tomb Raider 4 just did Egypt better. Now, let's light up flares here. And again, let's crowbar our way through another one of these stone faces. They look more Greek than Egyptian, really. And yeah, how are you supposed to know you're supposed to use crowbar? You don't. You just see something suspicious, you press the action key, and Lara automatically summons up the inventory screen with crowbar. That's how I found out, personally. So yeah. There are gonna be more of these, but those will not be crowbarable. That's a word, I guess. Because of course this is Tomb Raider 4 and, you know, you shouldn't expect consistency. So here we are on the Hanging Gardens I was talking about, and now we're gonna do the one and only dangerous thing in our first visit of Cleopatra's palaces, albeit a very important one. Let's get our hands on a black beetle. And by now this is a very familiar trap, but it has a very unique twist. You can either go forward, you can go left, or you can go right. I chose right. Lara, climb up, please. Oh my god, that was so close. If her body would still be hanging from there, she would burn. Now, I chose poorly. You are supposed to go left, not right, because this is an empty alcove. But I intentionally want to show you how you can overcome if you choose the wrong side. So you can pretty much make a series of jumps to get onto the other side, right? Simple. Because the opposite one, make sure to do a grabbing jump here as not to hit Lara's head, because the opposite one has the fourth black beetle that we are after. Our entire purpose of visit into Cleopatra's palaces at this stage. So there it is, and the cool thing is that once you crowbar that bloody beetle in, there will be no swarm of beetles or anything like that. Actually, the opposite, soothing music, you know, not your worst nightmares coming real. Now you can make a quite tricky angle jump to grab that. It's trickier than the one from Coastal Ruins in the pool area. We have to enter the crawl space instead. I recommend you do this, and if you notice, this ledge wasn't here before. It was smooth surface, and now there's a small hill. Anyway, this thing will actually help us set up a jump to reach that gap, the opening. So I'm glad that happened, even though it feels kind of weird. And up we go from, well, this was basically a fourth trap of its kind, you know, 3 in Pharaoh's Temple of Isis and 1 in Cleopatra's gardens. So we can even safely drop like this. It's a cool shortcut, nothing will happen to us. Wait, that looks a lot like damage. Huh. So I've been lying to you, something did happen to us. I'm most profoundly sorry. And we can leave. By the way, there is one more thing we can do now, but I am not. Inside that pool is a mechanism I can trigger, which will enable us to pick up an item later on in the level. Now, whilst I usually try to do things as soon as I can, we are not going to be able to reach that item here. So I'd rather have it all included in one video so as not to confuse you. So during our revisit, our second proper visit and exploration of Cleopatra's palaces, I will do that. You have my solemn oath. Now, again, I'm just gonna bring up the statistics screen. So this was our first dip into Cleopatra's palaces. Now, for now we have found only 6 out of 32 items. It's a packed level. Hoo-hoo, it is indeed. And we have killed only 1 out of 15 enemies, being the skeleton. We have also found no secrets. There is one in Cleopatra's palaces, and it is literally the most evil secret to date. It is not difficult. It's the way you have to predict the unpredictable in order to obtain it that is truly evil and messed up. I will explain once we are back here. For now, let me just make a brief save, and I will see you guys back in Pharaoh's, the Temple of Isis. We'll finally open up that Scarab Pyramid and see what's inside. You have something to look forward to.